1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Mirror Music. Welcome to Hip Hop Talks. This show is called The Review. I'm Andrew, and I've been discussing and arguing about beats and bars and melodies and riffs and stuff with this guy for close on to 30 years now. But tonight we're going to dig into Freddie Gibbs' Alfredo, too, and it's going to be a great conversation, I think, anyway.
Yeah, Alfredo.
So peace to the chat. Thanks for pulling up. What's up, man?
Alfredo.
How we doing?
I feel great. Alfredo 2 came out.
Hey, man, it's good stuff. Good stuff.
It's okay. So I'm not trying to throw shade like early. This is why I don't like long rollouts, because somebody can like literally sneak up on you.
Yep.
That's in the same vein, in the same lane. Oh, and when they come through and drop some propane, well, it don't matter how long you've been rolling out your album.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
Is that a critique of the long rollout, or is it just a different thing?
It's a critique and some missteps of the rollout. I didn't do the review, so I didn't get to cover those missteps. But I will tell you, if you got a Kendrick verse sitting and waiting, and Not Like Us is literally like on a 6-month run where it's playing all the time, you drop that record, damn how you want to roll out. So there's stuff like that came with the rollout to Let God Sort 'Em Out that didn't come with this. But this album is the proof to me that it's like, no, this is about the music at the end of the day.
Right.
And I think the music, maybe not song for song, and we're going to have this album conversation too. Well, overall, album-wise, well, it's better than Let God Sort 'Em Out. And so it's Let God Sort 'Em Out was essentially the album of the year for about, what?
2 weeks?
Week?
Yeah.
2 weeks? Yeah, that's my early take on it. I mean, I know we're about to dive into it. I don't want to talk too much without letting you in and giving you some runway to kind of run with, because I want to hear some of your thoughts and impressions as well before I go. But it's the album of the year right now. I'll go ahead and say that. Like, Alfredo 2 is album of the year. Now, Malice to me has the mic performance of the year on Let God Sort 'Em Out.
I agree. Yeah.
So MC of the year right now would be Malice, but album of the year right now is Alfredo 2.
Yeah.
But
again, I've listened to Alfredo 2. I mean, it came out today, so I've listened to it 1.5 or 2 times, right? So I don't have a ton of frame of reference for it yet, but I think it's right there with Let God Sort Them Out. I think if you wanted to rate them both, can we talk about initial ratings, or you want to wait to save that to the end?
Well, I mean, we can do our rating for Let God Sort 'Em Out, because I mean, I really haven't given mine. What was your official rating of it? Like, what
I would say 8.5-ish probably would be about where I am with that.
Okay, I would kind of be in the same vein as you. I feel 8.5-ish, but I feel, and we can go ahead and talk about this. Oh no, I feel very 9-ish about this, Freddie.
My initial reaction is that they're both in the 8.5, 8.6 kind of range. I'm gonna have to listen to the Gibbs some more. This conversation for me between the two of them is kind of like the same conversation that you have with To Pimp a Butterfly and Damn. Like, one of them, I could argue, is a better, like, not better to me, like beginning to end, like, piece of music, like connected tissue between the songs or whatever. But one of them I'm also going to listen to more than the other, right? And I would argue that the Clips album is, I could make the argument that's a better end-to-end player. Like, it's a more connected album. It's a better sequence of songs, I guess. This one
It's a better mainstream
is what I'm going to listen to more, though, probably.
It's a better mainstream album. It definitely is a better mainstream album. It has better mainstream moments. And I think sometimes, so I want to say this, and nobody has said this through any of their Clips reviews. You know, the thing with this album that makes it stick and make it hit different than their other albums. Listen to what I'm about to say, Andrew. The Clips put Let God Sort 'Em Out together like an Outkast album.
Yeah.
That's put together like an Outkast album. That's not put together like a Clips album. The album is set up by the guy who's fundamentally sound and always present, Pusha T,
Okay.
to set up the framework to let the other guy just fly and stunt. The framework of that is all over the album. Okay. And also stylistically, and this is something that I had to absorb as a Clips fan. Well, some of the edge is taken off and taken off intentionally to give you a different perspective and a different view.
Okay.
And so, as a core Clips fan, it's like, well, no, that, like, you know, their lane has been hell hath no fury. See, here's the difference between them. It's like, well, Outkast always flipped the script. You know what I'm saying? This album from the Clips is a little bit more of a flip from the script in what they typically do. And it's a nice move, and that's why I source and cite Outkast when I say it. I say that in the most complimentary fashion, like to put the album together the way Outkast put together the album. But if we're talking about the quality of the album is more stank on you than Aquemini. You feel me?
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
You feel me? So it's like, no, the Clips album is dope. It's good. It's more Stankonia-ish than it is Aquemini, ETL, and Southern Playalistic. Like, it's not that. And so with that,
Stankonia is in the 8.5-ish range too, yeah?
Correct.
Right.
But I mean also too, it's like, you know, I have their first 3 albums like TNT and 10.
Yeah, well, yes, of course. But,
I mean, objectively, if you wanted to do it, I would tell you 9.5, 10.
Yeah.
But so this album, I mean, Let God Sort Them Out isn't even better than Lord Willin', I don't think. So this is just the Clips' 3rd best album. You know, and it's a dope piece of work. I don't think that it's better than this project, though. I've listened to this project 3 times already. You're going to be playing this project longer, and that's what
that's exactly what I just said. And that was the point. Maybe I made ungracefully, but what I was trying to make is that you could argue academically about the Clips album in a way that you can't argue. But the Gibbs one is the one I'm going to be listening to. It's the one I'm going to be pulling back up over and over and over and over again. I think. I mean, it's not I don't say it's not a piece of art, but it's not an art piece. Does that make sense?
Okay, so define art and what would you call an art piece? Because I think both of the albums are art pieces. I think just
yes.
Okay, so like one art piece is going to show in galleries for a year. The other piece is going to show in galleries for the next 20.
Right.
That's how I feel about the projects. You know, one of them just has more staying power to me. It's like, oh no, I'm still playing Chains and Whips. Like right now. I don't know how long I'm going to be playing Chains and Whips. Oh, some of this shit on 1985. I mean, on, like some of this shit, I'm just going to be pulling up. Like randomly, like I did with Alfredo 1. Like I'm still playing joints off Alfredo 1. I feel like in 5 years, I still may be playing joints off Alfredo 2.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
There's some stuff on here where it's like, oh no, I'm still going to be playing that. Like I still play 1985. That's why I just like slipped up and said that. It's like I still play 1985. I still play Scotty Beam. I still play Baby Shit. I'm still going to be playing some of these records. Like I'm still going to be playing Gas Station Sushi.
Yeah, that's a good one right there, man.
Yeah, I'm still going to be playing Gold Feet in 5 years.
That's the first one that jumped. Oh, we'll come to that in a minute. But like, yeah, that was one that jumped out of me.
Yeah, I'm still going to be playing those records in 5 years. I don't know if we're going to be playing those records on Let God Sort Them Out in 5 years. And so I've always leaned on the side of longevity because, as you know, because you were there with me, well, first review I ever did was It Was Written. And when everybody was saying that album was just okay, I'm like, man, that album is brilliant. And I don't know what people are talking about. And so people always look at like where my confidence and like where I think I know everything comes from. No, it comes from that moment when I was literally watching everybody, modern mainstream media, tell me that album wasn't good, and now it's like one of the most lauded and applauded lyrical album in rap history. And so I stick to my guns about the longevity because I was right the first damn time I reviewed something. And I always feel like I'm right about it, especially when it comes to the quality of the music and the longevity. And this is that. So I want to submit my first query or inquiry to you, which is, what if I told you on paper that Alchemist and Freddie are actually a better pairing than Nas and Hit, like on paper, like style wise.
You mean
Because
like their styles match up better? Is that what you're
yeah,
saying? Okay.
yes, their styles actually match up fundamentally better because, well, what Alchemist actually does best is provide minimalist, eerie melodies.
Okay.
Well, Freddie does gruff, rough, like it's machine gun funk on record when Freddie's spitting. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so Alchemist is like eerie, spacious canvases is the perfect place for somebody like Freddie to speak. Fundamentally, it is a wonderful pairing. And what I hear in this album is the intentionality of the pairing. What you're hearing on the first album is those guys are just talented like that.
Okay.
This album is them really coming together like, no, let's make an album. Like we did something with that. Like let's make an album this time. And they intentionally made an album. Like I know people are going to get on the tempo and the pace of this album. It's intentional to let Freddie talk his shit, Andrew.
Say more about that.
Okay, so Freddie, this is what I mean when I'm saying Freddie's style is like machine gun funk. It's literally like rapid fire. He says things sometimes so fast and sometimes so multi-syllable that you might miss it. The spacious canvas, you can hear him clearly. He doesn't have to rap over these beats or rap through these beats. He's just Freddie on these beats. He literally says it himself. He says, I'm my best when I'm with Al. He says it on this album. Like you can't argue with the artist when they say that.
Yeah. You have two people. Hold on just a second. You have two people in the chat that have said Nas and Hit have better music, and I don't think that's what you were arguing.
Yeah, we're not talking about better music. I didn't say that they had better music, but as far as like two albums from a MC and producer pairing, they're the only ones that are even fucking with Nas and Hit as far as this generation with this pairing. Not saying that this is KD2 or Magic because it's not that.
No, but you could make a reasonable argument that this is the second best duo of this decade at least, right? Like, or
correct.
And Gibbs is having the second best run in this decade of anybody too.
Well, I think that's what this album does. It's like, okay, so we're in 2025. Alfredo and King's Disease 1 came out in 2020 now.
Right.
Nas has released 6 projects since then. The DJ Premier album will be project number 7. This is project number 3 for Freddie. He's got Alfredo sold separately 4.
This is the 4th one. They're sold separately. You Only Die Once, and
right, You Only Die Once, Alfredo. So this is so it's 4 to 6. So you could make the legitimate argument that in terms of quality, album making, this decade, well, you could slide Freddie in at number 2, right behind Nas.
Yeah, that's what I was noticing. Like as I was thinking back through your like album of the year lists for the last 5 years, he's been
Freddie's always on that.
He's always in the top 5, but he's always second, really, right? Like, and Alfredo wasn't Alfredo. No, Alfredo wasn't first because it was the same year as King's Disease 1, but it was
Alfredo was 3rd. But I had it ahead of King's Disease 1, and I still maintain that Alfredo is better than King's Disease 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I maintain that premise.
So is he's at the very top of the list.
Okay, so this is where I feel like the conversation's changed. This is one of those albums. It's like, oh, I already know he was one of the best album makers of this generation. I think we need to start talking about Freddie. He's one of the best album makers of all time, Andrew.
Yeah, he belongs in this conversation now.
He belongs.
It's not a stupid thing to say anymore, right?
No, you got to look at this. It's like when we talking about album making, I think of both faces. I think of Ghostface, Scarface. Think of Nas. Think of Jay. Think of Kendrick. Think of Ice Cube. Think of KRS-One. To a degree, I think of Rick Ross in the modern day era about how he's put his projects together. No, his albums. I'm looking at his albums like go to Pinata, Bandana.
Yeah, it's a long list.
Alfredo 1 and 2, You Only Die Once, Soul Separately, the actual Freddie album. It's like, no, that's how many projects did I just name? Because I think the Freddie project
7 or 8, maybe
7.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I'm not exaggerating when I say this. Of those 7 projects, I know that 5 of those projects are great. Not
Right.
just good, great.
And there are not many
He's
musicians,
great.
period, of any genre
Correct.
that have
Thank
5 great albums.
So this is why I love having this conversation with you, because sometimes we can contrive it like the hip hop, and you need to understand it's like, no, most white
That's an
people ain't
uncommon thing.
around 5 great albums in any genre, right? It is not common. People need to understand this. It is not common to walk around with 5 great albums in any genre of music. It's not normal shit. Those are not normal people doing normal things.
No,
Like,
this in
like,
this side, it's
let-
definitely like a
let-
Beatles and Joni Mitchell kind of world. Like
well,
those
no,
are the guys.
I was about to go down a '90s R&B world. Jodeci doesn't have 5 great albums. Boyz II Men doesn't have 5 great albums. Drew Hill doesn't have 5 great albums. In Vogue doesn't have 5 great albums. You want me to keep going? TLC doesn't have 5 great albums. Like, none of them have 5 great albums. Freddie Gibbs has 5 great albums at a bare minimum.
Name them
Like,
off. Name them off. The people are asking which ones they are. So name them off. What are the 5 great ones?
oh, Pinata, Bandana, Soul Sold Separately, Alfredo 1, and this one.
That's 5. Yep.
Yeah, like easy. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's easy money for me. That's easy for me to call. And he's got projects before this that are really, really good. And that's okay. So here's my premise, and here's what I want to submit to you.
Okay.
Kendrick's claim to fame is his album making.
He's dropped out. Hold on. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Kendrick's claim to fame is his album making. Freddie got more great albums than Kendrick.
How many does Kendrick have to you?
They've been around the same time. Great albums does he have? I'll give him 4. He has 4 great albums. I consider Section 80 to be great. I think everybody knows how I feel about Good Kid, Mad City. I think that is
Anybody who knows you knows that. Yes.
Yeah, Good Kid, Mad City is a manifesto and a flawless piece of rap work, and his most significant and important rap work, in my opinion. To Pimp a Butterfly is great as well, and Damn is great as well. GNX is really good. It's not great. It's really good.
Yeah,
it's all it has great moments.
Right,
And,
exactly.
and it's one of those albums that if you've been following his whole career since like Section 80, and you know, you can see the progression of his greatness in here.
Right.
Still all-time great on GNX, but GNX isn't a great album. It's a good album. It's a really good album from a great artist, which is what you want from somebody who's a rap legend at this stage in the game and at the top of his game. So there's no knock on that, but that's still 4 to Freddie's 5 in the same damn time.
Yeah. When was Freddie's first album? Like, when did that first start? When did he first start?
Shit, I feel like Freddie's first album is like 2011, 2010. Like,
okay, so that's the same. Exactly.
No, this is the same time in the same framework, and this is what it comes down to. Oh, people don't like Freddie's content, Andrew. That's what this is about.
I can see
this
that.
is about the content. Like it's not about anything else. It's about the content because of how he talks and what he talks about. When he's saying "fuck these loving hip hop niggas," I'm at the Oscars, bitch.
Yeah, I can see how that would ruffle some feathers, right?
Like. So there's no lyrical miracle in that, like you get out of a Kendrick,
right?
But it's still point well taken, like Kendrick. And the message is not mistaken, unlike Kendrick. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no mistaking where Freddie coming from with his.
No, definitely not.
Well, we know what we get.
We have several albums of evidence of this now. Yes.
Yeah, we have evidence. We man, this dope talks about to sound really dope. I mean, but it is. But what I say with this, and this is why he probably feels like he's the best with Al, much like Kendrick, and it's funny that I'm bringing Kendrick up again. Much like Kendrick, Freddie's a great song maker for his era, but some of the songs may not resonate as all-time great.
Okay.
He works in the framework of an album better.
Yeah.
So the last time AG and I were on Hip Hop Talks together, he said, well, I like Soul Soul Separately better than Alfredo. And I told him, I was like, no, I get you. Because if you go song for song, like if you just separate the songs arbitrarily,
right?
Well, the songs on Soul Soul Separately sound bigger, bolder, badder, cleaner.
It's a
There's,
bigger
there's
record, like a bigger,
yeah,
sonically bigger record.
yeah. Sonically, it's somewhere different than Alfredo is, or that shit don't feel like Alfredo. And you don't play those records from So separately from end to end all the time like you do when you play an Alfredo and now an Alfredo 2, where it's a vibe where it's like, oh no, I need to hear the next record. And
Yeah.
I need to hear the next record. That's what an album is made of. An album isn't made of every song making you go, oh my God. It's made of something that's pieced together where you're like, oh no, they're going somewhere. They're telling me a story.
Yeah.
They
And,
put this shit
Eclipses did
together.
that too to me. Like,
As I am listening to this, I am noticing that they actually intentionally put this shit together. It's like, hold on. And then you start paying attention to the sequencing. Then you start paying attention to the timing. Then you start paying attention to the melodies and the guest appearances. Like, look at the guest appearances and where the guest appearances fall. A la Nas again, the guest appearances, oh, only about 2 or 3 guys on about 14 records, and the rest is solo mission. This is a real solo mission of a rap album too.
yep.
I mean, and I'm not trying to be funny when I say this. SZA ain't singing on 3 damn records on this album.
I mean,
hold on. There's some Griselda disses on here. Well, it's like, well, unlike Benny album, this ain't like, mostly guest appearances with only 3 solo songs. This is mostly solo songs with only 3 guest appearances.
yep.
Everybody that knows me knows this. I rate the solo mission harder. That's part of why I rate Nas so high. It's like, no, he's the guy that's gone on the most solo. He's done the greatest on the solo missions the most often.
That's true.
He's our best soloist. What do you think I'm gonna say about Freddie when the only rapping on here is done by 1 verse from Larry June, 1 verse from JID, a hook from Anderson .Paak. Other than that, it's Freddie. No, that's hard to do.
It is.
He does
Very
this
hard to do.
consistently. All the albums are set up this way. There's only 2 or 3 guys usually. Like post-pandemic, definitely. There's only 2 or 3 guys on Freddie's album like rapping. Like on the last album, on Alfredo 1, you got Benny, Tyler, Conway, Fiend. Like, no more rappers. Freddie. So separately, you got DJ Paul, Ray, Pusha, Moneybag. I think that's it. He keep it minimal. He does solo missions. He does great at solo missions. I don't care if you don't like this dope talk. He makes dope albums. Respect the fact that he makes dope albums, because here's the thing about it. The guy that I idolized the most growing up in the South is Scarface. It's like, well, Scarface shit wasn't made for TV either, and it was very much respected and all the same. Freddie very much makes albums that are very much like the Scarface records that I grew up on.
Okay.
Yeah. This is street talk. This is street etiquette and rhetoric. It's not that much different from Face. Matter of fact, it's not as morbid as Face shit.
It's definitely not morbid. It's a lot of things, but morbid is not the word I would use. No.
Like, Face shit make you feel uncomfortable sometimes.
On purpose. I mean, it's supposed to, right? But
no, it's intentional. That's what I'm saying. Freddie don't even hit you like that hard, that deep. If we talking about it, and Face catalog is respected as any rap catalog, and rightfully so. So what's the problem now?
Yeah. The most recent comment says he never moved the culture. Even Mike Jones and Chamillionaire had bigger moments, and Gibbs only hit singles, no doubles, no home runs. I'll give you the opportunity to respond to that.
I mean, Crucial Conflict had a moment when they made Hey. Skilo had a moment when he made I Wish. Young MC had a moment when he made Bust a Move. Hammer had a whole moment for about 3 years. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like, rap is filled with moments. So let's not try to sit up there and put the moments on a scale. Like, Hip Hop Talks yesterday, I was talking about Ray with Cream. It's like, oh no, ain't too many moments fucking with that moment. Like, that's a moment. Don't talk to me about, like, not disrespectfully, but it's like, if we talking moments in rap history, I feel you bringing up Mike Jones and Chamillionaire, but it's like, that's not what rap moments are built of. That was a moment in time, not a rap moment. You feel what I'm saying? There's a difference. It's like, oh no, for a moment, that was the thing. A rap moment is something that stands the test of time. Like when that shit lights up and you know the deep cover's about to drop, that shit still gives you chills. That's a moment. When the cream drop, like that's a moment. Like don't tell me that those other things are like
It's
those.
still a moment now too, right? Like if you
That's
play
what I
some,
mean about what a rap moment is.
years,
It's like, oh
30
no,
years later.
a real rap moment lasts.
Yeah.
Like guys for 30 years have been trying to duplicate Reasonable Doubt's intricate dope talk. Like, no, this shit has lasted. It's like, no, that's a rap moment. Like you talking about a moment in time, not a rap moment.
Okay.
Sorry.
I've seen a couple people in the comments say something about people impacting the culture. Can you define that for me, please? Like what has impacted the culture? I mean, I know what the words mean, but like help me out a little bit.
You
Guys,
know,
if you don't know me, I'm here to learn. I'm not here to tell you.
Time is so important. When I look at the time that Tupac came around, it's like, well, he came around at a time when things were transitioning. That's why his impact was so heavy.
Mm-hmm.
He was he's the right guy for the job.
Okay.
But just because you're the right guy for the job doesn't mean you're in the right place at the right time. So sometimes the impact is being in the right place at the right time. Jay was in the right place at the right time. Tupac was in the right place at the right time. Like that's part of it too. It's a little carpe diem. It's about who seizes the moment too. It's not about who's most talented. It's not about who's nicest on the mic. It's not those things. It's really about who seizes it. And it's really about like when people see. It's like Tupac said, I peeped the weakness in the rap game and sold it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really about who peeped the weakness in the game and sews it up. That's Pac shit. Like that's the blueprint to it. And so some of that impact people are talking about, it's like some of that impact is hustler's ambition meeting business acumen, meeting the right moment in time. That's what Jay's moment was. It was his business acumen and his hustler's ambition meeting the right moment in time. Like, it's not coincidental that he did 5 mil after Big was gone and not before. He dropped an album the same year Big died. It barely went platinum. He did 5 mil the next year. It's not accidental.
Yeah.
Yeah, people got to stop acting like these things just like arbitrarily happen. It doesn't arbitrarily happen. The impact is measured by the moments in time where the culture shifts and things happen that are unexpected and who seizes the moment.
Right.
Like Tupac's impact came more through rap's natural transition into a different phase that he was at the forefront of. Jay's was more of a calculated business move and, you know, had something to do with some unfortunate forbearing circumstances. You know, the way people log Kendrick, well, it's quite frankly, he came along in a time where guys wasn't rapping like that.
Right.
It's like, oh, like this guy raps the way I like guys to rap from my era.
Yeah. So he stands out, right?
So he stands out, and then he sees that standing out, and he jumps in the lane and takes the lane, and there goes the impact.
No, it's definitely his lane, like right now.
Yeah, there goes the impact. So, but I mean, album making wise, Freddie Gibbs is in the highest weight class. That's why I'm making Kendrick.
I agree.
Because
that's people, what like I did, for those of you who don't know me, like I didn't grow up listening to a ton of hip hop music. That's not my area of expertise, but I'm learning to trust what my ear tells me, and my ear tells me that he belongs in the top weight class. That's what I hear.
No, he's a heavyweight. He's a heavyweight album maker, and people need to respect it, and people need to stop. I get so tired. I don't give a fuck what people say. It's like, oh no, I play Palm Olive all the time with Pusha T and Freddie Gibbs. Give me some good old fashioned gangsta ass dope talk every day. I don't know what these other people are talking about. It's music. I love when Pusha T said it's like Johnny Cash get to talk this cash shit like for 60 years and like nobody has a problem with it. But I can't talk about when I used to sell cocaine. It's like, are we serious? Like, just, you know, being serious.
Johnny Cash has a lot of cocaine songs. I mean, too. As do the Grateful Dead, as do, like, I mean, it's not just
I mean,
it's not just them.
I hate to be the one to break it to people. All genres of music are filled with cocaine music. All these people are doing blow. All right. Okay. They're doing
go read about your studio history.
I told you about that time. Okay, one time me and Mike D were sitting at a restaurant in Buckhead having a quote unquote business meeting. and I was talking about Pusha T, and there was a white guy next to me that was like, "Yo, I love Pusha T," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "How do you even know about Pusha T?" He's like, "Yo," he's like, "I moved a quarter brick a week when I was in college." I was like, "Keep that down." I was like,
we don't say that out loud now.
Like, stop talking. He was like, "Yeah." He's like, "It's like," I was like, "I see you." I was like, "Subscribe to the," it's like, "Subscribe to a coordinator."
But part of that is when I was in college, right?
No, he did preface it with when I was in college, but I say that to say that it's like we got to stop talking, like stop acting like in hip hop that we're like above some sort of fray that no other genre of music is over and have a problem with. Oh, I'm so tired of all this cocaine talk. It's funny the white people aren't. So
here we got a super chat. Let's look it up.
You're gonna have to read the super chats. That's
okay, this is my mere thoughts. $10 super chat. Thanks, man. It says Freddie is a true artist who gives you fresh and well thought out concepts with each album. This Japanese gangsta approach was risky. I was expecting something else, but I like it. That we haven't gotten into the Japanese part of it too. That was cool as hell to me. Like even like the parental advisory sticker was.
Well, let's go. Well, you go ahead and take the forefront for a minute and unpack what you thought about that part of it for me,
man. So. First of all, it's a good place to bring in the Grammy for album art because this is by far and away the best album art that I've seen in any genre this year.
I agree.
Like, it's not even close, really.
The album cover of the year. It's not even. It's not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Marionette strings and the ramen. That's chef's kiss, right?
So before you go any further, I want to say that this is what I mean about it being album of the year. Oh no, it's got the best album cover. Andrew, we got the best fucking song titles too. Keep going.
Yeah, I mean, and that was the next thing. I mean, after I know, so I started with the ramen and the marionette strings, cool as hell. Then you got the little sticker. Well, it's not stickers drawn on, but like in Japanese, the parental advisory thing. I don't know if anybody in the chat or anybody knows anybody who actually speaks Japanese and can actually read what's written on there, and whether it actually says parental advisory or it says some other items. I don't know. Like, I don't want it to be like one of those tattoos that all the white people get of like the kanji on their arm and they just put some random shit on there. Like it could be not. I'm not suggesting that he doesn't know what's on there, but I don't want to just assume that it means parental advisory. And then you have lots of songs that are referencing Japanese culture too. You have the Shangri-La, you have there's the string sound in the last song, the 1,000 Memories, is that what it's called? You have the gas station sushi, you have, I mean, there's a bunch of them where it's kind of
right. But he also has enchilada and empanadas. It's some international player shit going on too. Yeah. That's what
that's what I did. I was going back because I noticed the sounds in the last song, like the outro is the strings that you'd hear in like kung fu movies and stuff, right? It's that kind of sound, the strings. And then I kind of started going back through the track list. I was like, oh, there's gas station sushi. Oh, there's Shangri-La. Oh, and then I got to empanadas and enchilada. Is that the other one? Like, and I was like, oh, so he's
putting it together like an album. He's putting it together like an album. There's a concept and a theme. Heaven forbid a rap artist talking this dope shit should have concepts and themes to go with his dope shit.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like, no, this guy is a brilliant album maker. It's like he doesn't just talk this shit. He conceptualize it and builds out a format. So yesterday when I was talking with Sean and Frank G and Rhodes Art, and shout out to those guys. That was a great interview.
That was an incredible interview. If you have not gone back and watched that, or you didn't watch it live last night, that was absurd.
No, I'm not bullshitting when I say this. That's one of my favorite interviews that I've done in all these. I've been doing this.
Yeah, it was incredible, and I learned a ton too. And
me too.
Yeah,
me too. I'm always learning and listening to guys that know more than me, and those guys know more than me about production. So I was listening to everything that they were saying and like sucking it all up and sucking it all in, like I always do. You know, they pointed out to me, like musically, like how things are composed and put together and layered and stacked. And they talked about Alchemist yesterday. Like Al was on both of their lists. Oh no, I heard why he was on their list today because I'm like, man,
there it is.
I'm like, this shit is eerie. It's creepy. It's beautiful. It's syncopated. It's choppy. It's melodic. It's funky. It's soulful. It's like, damn, he's doing a lot. He showed, like, how about this? The beats on here made me want to have like made me, when I hear an album like this production wise, it makes me want to go look at my top 10 producer list and make sure I got it right.
Yeah.
It's like, because I feel like I have Alchemist at like 9 or 10. It's like, am I wrong?
No, this album's got like the samples, it's got beat breaks, it's got all of the stuff, but he's also got like, he's looped. See, what song was it? I wrote it down. Like on the Empanadas song, he's got like somebody who's actually live in the studio playing a bass that got looped. Like, so there's stuff like that that maybe if you don't know what you're listening for, you might miss. But there's all kinds. The diversity of the production choices is pretty incredible too.
It's absurd. It's absurd. It's a production job of the year. It's the production job of the year. This is no knock to Pharrell on Let God Sort Him Out. This is the
which is also very good. Yeah.
No, it's excellent. It's actually stellar work production wise from Pharrell. I was super impressed. Overall, like the second listen for me on Let God Sort Him Out is what really kind of like hooked me in. But this is different, and this is what I mean about this being different. Freddie's from Gary, Indiana, Andrew.
Yeah.
No, these beats are more soulful and more bluesy.
Yeah.
And more jazzy and more rhythmic and more melodic, because that's where the fuck Freddie comes from.
It's much more my style, like what my ear is attracted to.
Right,
sure.
Right. Like, people need to understand this. The sounds that are on this album, I guarantee you, are more in tune with the shit that Freddie grew up listening to. That's why it's nothing for him to rip and rap over these beats. That's why he's literally on these records saying, I'm the best when I'm with Al.
Yep.
Because Al is touching into the fabric of who the person is, not just the artist. That's what real great producers do.
Yeah.
Like any dope ass producer can give you a dope ass beat.
Mm-hmm.
But when you start tapping into the artist,
yep.
How about this? This is why God Sort Him Out. Let God Sort Him Out is not better than this project. Oh no, Pharrell's known these dudes his whole life, but he ain't tapped into their best stuff. Al knows how to tap into Freddie's best stuff. Album making wise, maybe not song for song, but album making wise, he knows how to touch something in Freddie, where Freddie puts the whole project together differently when he's with Al. We have evidence of it twice now. Like the first time I heard it, I was like, this is his best album. And people are like, no, the songs on Pinata and Bandana are better. It's like, I didn't say that the songs weren't better. I said that Alfredo was a better album.
Yeah.
And Alfredo 2 is a better album than those albums. That's what I'm saying.
We have had that conversation around. Yeah, we've had that conversation around the Rolling Stones too. Like, they have great songs, but not very many like end-to-end great albums. If you guys want to go back and look in the archive,
like, how about this?
Same idea.
If I'm doing it right now, just off the top of my head, I would tell you that for me, I would still put Alfredo at 1 because I haven't heard this enough. I would put Pinata and Soul Sold separately at a tie for 2.
Okay.
But this is clicking, and I feel like has more legs long term than both of the projects that I just made. And so I'm not going to be surprised if in 5 years we're talking like, oh, well, Freddie's 2 best projects are Alfredo 1 and 2. Like, I'm not going to be surprised if that's going to be the order of how like we organize his list.
Like, I can already tell you that it's better the second time I listen to it than the first time. Like,
I'm gonna tell you something. Right. Well, we'll take it from somebody that literally just listened to it the third time and got done with it 20 minutes before this show. That third listen, I was like, I'm gonna be listening to this shit for a long time.
Yep. I think one of my issues, I told you off camera that when I heard 1995, the first time, I'd heard it like weeks before because it was a single that came out. It never really connected, and it still really didn't. And I never really gotten past the first couple listens. I tried because I was doing other things too. Never really got past that song, and then I got past it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's what he's talking about. That is it. So, it exploded." Yeah.
So okay. So let's talk about the theme of the album. So Alfredo 1 starts off.
Can we do a super chats right quick before we get into that?
Yeah, go ahead.
My Mere Thoughts has $2 super chat. Thank you, sir. But asked if it was better than the Clips album cover. Better than
Yes.
Let God Somewhat. Yeah, I think so too. I
don't love that. I don't love that album. It's okay.
Yeah. I like it, but it's
just
not as good as this one. It is.
it's
The only
cool.
other one that I've
There's
seen
nothing
that's even
about that album.
close. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There's nothing about that album cover that makes me go, "Oh, wow, that's brilliant." Like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
I can see how it plays off their last album till the casket drops, where they actually had a casket. So now they have like the skeleton like out the casket, I guess. But it's like it's just like visually, it's just okay. There's nothing about it that strikes me or stays with me. Yeah.
And then we have Ilmagic, $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. I haven't finished the album, but I'm enjoying it so far. What other artists do you guys want to want to hear Al collab with in the future?
I want to hear Alfredo 3 because I feel like we're going to get one now.
I hope so.
No, the way that this album played, the way that they put it together, there has to be a part 3 because here's the thing about it. People need to understand the theme that's going on too. So on Alfredo, he's talking and he's talking 1985.
Right.
Like Alfredo 1 starts off 1985.
Mm-hmm.
If you're listening to the talk on Alfredo, that's before the deal Freddie talking.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. The guy that's on Bandana and Pinata and like those records, that's Freddie like live in real time and in action.
Mm-hmm.
There's something on Alfredo that made Freddie go back. That's why it starts off with 1985.
Mm-hmm.
So 1995. So this is the updated formula. So he's actually taking you on a journey, and this is, he's pretty much updating you on where he's at, like in the game.
So he's connecting it with the Alfredo one. I mean, the title obviously connects it, but
the title connects it, but also the way he explores and expresses these themes, it's not as raw. It's more toned down. It's more soulful. It's more reflective. It's more descriptive. It's not as harsh. It's not as gruff. It's almost like he's 10 years removed. It's 5 years later, but it's 10 years later. It's almost like on some Godfather Part 2 shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I see what you're saying. And we have to have Godfather Part 3, right? Like that's
You gotta have a part 3. I hope Alfredo 3 better not be like
we're
God.
we're setting it up to be in what 2030, right? Like
Alfredo 3 better not be like Godfather Part 3.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that. But I did hear from this, like the way that they synchronized on this album style wise, like you can't just leave us with this. You got to give us a trilogy, like at a bare minimum. So I expect there to be an Alfredo 3. And I wouldn't be surprised if Alfredo 3 would be Freddie's last album.
That makes sense. That
the talk on he talks on retirement on here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like there's retirement talk on here too. Like there's a lot of shit talking on here. You're going to get that with Freddie, but there's retirement talk on here. That's what I mean. He gets reflective when he gets with Al. It's just not the gangster shit with Al. He's reflective when he's with Alchemist. The beats is doing something to him. It's like on the
slow soul, right?
Like I think it's like on the Professional Part 2. There's this record. It's like Eminem, Royce, and Method Man. It's like I do what the beat tells me to do, or what the beat do. It's like no. I even feel like with these song titles, I feel like some of these song titles were song titles that Alchemist had in his database already. Like I was having a talk with Rhodes Art about. And Freddie was like, "No, let's roll with that." That's like I feel like Alchemist put this shit together for Freddie, not to this level, but it's on some Liquid Swords shit. Almost like, "Oh no, I already got a pack of beats for you. I've already been thinking about this. I've already been waiting for you to come back around. I already got a couple records from you." Like I feel like when I hear Empanadas, Enchilada, Gas Station Sushi, it's like, oh no, I feel like Al had that waiting, like, oh no, I've been waiting for you to come back around. Let's do this shit again.
Every once in a while you have this idea, then you can get it down. So next time,
yeah, this shit for Freddie. Like Al made these beats for Freddie. I don't feel like other niggas even may have gotten access to these beats like that. You know,
no, it
feels
fits
that way.
That's one of the first things you said, right? They fit.
They fit. They make sense together. Like when I hear them together, I'm like, oh no, I'm like, this is perfect for his rapid fire flow. This is perfect for his shit talking. This is perfect for his reflective moments. Yeah. He does that, and he does that well on here. Like when he says, "I give a fuck about, I give a fuck about other rappers, beef with other rappers. I love variety." That's what I mean. He's not your traditional lyricist, but he hits home. He hits home different. That's the part people need to understand about him. There's, to quote the old adage, it's like there's different ways to skin a cat. Oh, there's different ways to rip the microphone.
Mm.
The way he ripped the microphone is a little bit different.
Yeah, it's unlike anything that I've ever heard. I mean, obviously, I have a smaller frame of reference than you, obviously, and then all the people listening to our voice too, probably.
No,
I have a smaller frame of reference than them too, but like
your ear is not.
It's different.
No, your ear is not failing you, Andrew. There is nobody like Freddie. I've never heard a guy like Freddie. He doesn't have a comp. I can't cite his reference point the way I can cite Nas's reference point. I'd be like, oh no, that's that G Rap Rakim shit. It's like, no, right. I don't have no really citation for Freddie. Like nobody's really ever, like, people have talked like this, but the guys that talk like this are more lyrical, like a Pusha T, like a Jay-Z, or they're more word salad, like a Raekwon. Like he's like, I sell cocaine, bitch. I'll shoot you real fast. It's different. It is. He approaches it almost. He almost approaches it the way a West Coast OG does. Like he almost approaches it like with a Spice One, like type of, like it's almost that, but it's coming from a Midwest guy, so the flow is different. But he's also like big on his player shit. Like he loves Southern rap. And so on Soul Separately, I can tell that he was listening to UGK a lot.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of Pimp C references on Soul Separately. Oh, well, there's Outkast references on this one, Andrew.
And this is maybe the reason that his music touches me. Like I have a frame of reference for it because it might be the Southern thing that I hear it, even if I don't know how to identify it. That's UGK, that's Outkast, whatever. I still can't do that necessarily, but it still touches the same nerves in my brain, right?
Well, think about Gold Feet. Yes. Okay, where do you get that from?
Where
feeling
do you?
Good. Feeling good. Feeling good. Feeling great. Feeling great. Feeling good. How are you? That's Big Boy on Speaker Box.
There it is. Like it's one of those things where I've listened to enough now that like I can hear they're familiar, but like I can't place them necessarily yet.
So think about it. So he cites Big Boy on Speaker Box, and then he cites Andre on the last record when he talks about disappearing with his flute. Oh no, these guys are heads like you and I are, Andrew. He's listening to Outkast the same way he was listening to UGK on Soul Separately. These artists go through waves and vibes just like we do. It's like I heard the Outkast influence in some of his approach towards the end of the album because he literally took some Outkast shit. He literally referenced Andre on the last record.
Yep.
Think about it. It was the flutes in the record. I guarantee you they were playing Outkast, and that probably made Alchemist make that track with the flutes. After they did the record where he's taking the Big Boy shit, he's probably like, let me make some shit with some flutes. Like, they probably had jokes about it and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I know how to yo-go. They probably like was listening to this shit and vibing to him and be like, man, Andre's so goddamn great. I don't know why this nigga want to play the flute. You want to know what, Al? Give me some shit with some flutes. Let's end the album with some shit with some flutes.
And it works. It does. It does. And it fits with the Japanese theme too, right? It fits with that part too. It ties it together.
That's what I mean about these guys got some shit going on. You gotta understand when people make magic together and what level the magic exists on. It may not sound like magic, as in Nas and Hit Magic. It may not sound like magic, but that don't mean they're not making magic. Alchemist and Freddie, they have different thing. They out here making magic. It's a different thing, but it's a great thing. This is the album of the year, in my opinion, because it does all the things the album of the year should do. The cover, the song titles, the production, the rapping, the guest appearances are sparse but important. JID goes the fuck off on Gold Feet.
Oh man. Like when I listened to it the second time, I told you that Gold Feet was one of my favorite songs. This is a good couple years for songs with gold in the title too. Gold Teeth was also one of my favorite ones from a couple years ago too.
I'm
but
still playing that one. Still playing Gold Teeth.
M too. But I sent you the text about really liking the Gold Feet song before JID's verse came in, and then I came back and listened to it. I was like, oh my God, dude.
Oh. So
if you're gonna get a guest appearance on an album like this, you better.
So let me give you some more Nas and hit. You're not a fan of 1995? Well, guess what? Much like KD3, on this album, the weakest song is the first song. 1995 is the weakest song on this album, Andrew.
So I'm not tripping about that. Like, it's not.
It's literally just an album starter.
Okay, good. So I'm glad. Like it.
You're not 1995,
fine, but like to me, the album starts after that. Like it.
Yeah,
kind of kicks into
1995 is just 1995. How about this? Okay, so 1995 track 1 and tracks I want to say tracks 3 through 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's the continuation of Alfredo.
Okay.
Part 1. So Ensalada is the new Scotty Beam minus Rick Ross.
Right.
Okay. Empanadas is Look at Me.
Right.
So 1995 is 1985, but all this stuff is just stuff. This is part of what I mean about putting an album together. There's like, let's not leave the motherfuckers totally behind that like the first shit. Let's give them something. So we're gonna do 1995 for the intro update.
They're literal hooks, right?
Well, Andrew, what's my favorite intro ever?
Don't put me on.
We have certain formulas, but we update the formulas with time. 1995 is just an updating of the formula, let you know that the shit that you're getting is updated. That's all that record exists for. It exists.
It even tells you in the title that it's doing the same formula. It's updating it.
Yes, it's telling you it's doing the same thing. It's just updating the formula. It's setting the template. It's setting the tone. That's why when people are like, oh, I don't love it. It's like, it's not meant for you to love. It's setting the tone. It's setting for the template. They're making an album. They ain't just making records. Even those of us that are quote unquote, hip hop heads and can claim to be so knowledgeable, even we have gotten so conditioned to the song basis that we criticize motherfuckers when they're actually putting together the full-fledged albums that made us fall in love with this shit in the first place.
Yeah.
And that's actually what somebody like Freddie takes the time to do. He literally takes the time to craft full-fledged albums for you. And it doesn't take a year and a half for him to roll it out.
That's true.
Right. And here's the reality of the matter. And here's why I say all this to say, and listen to what I'm about to say, because I think everybody knows how I feel about the guy that I'm about to say this about. Oh, Pusha T's on Palmolive. That's on Freddie's album. He's on Gold Rings. That's on Freddie's album. He crushes Freddie on those records. He crushes Freddie on those records. He's so brilliant. That's the only thing he has on Freddie. He bar for bar better than Freddie, but
body of work.
That's what I mean about the body of work. It's like, oh, how are we gonna talk about Kendrick's body of work in this era and not talk about Freddie's and hold Freddie high? Because I hold Push very, very high, and it's very, very clear to me at this stage in the game. It's like, man, Push ain't fucking with Freddie when it comes to making these albums, though.
Yeah.
That's my guy, and he gets on Freddie's album and stunts on Freddie, but that's about it. So what if you only better than a motherfucker for 16 to 24 to 32 bars, you're not better than them. Like, I need you to be better than them all the time. Because the guy that I think is the greatest MC all the time, it's like, oh no, he's great on guest appearances. He's great on hooks. He's great on solo missions. He's great on collabs. You get what I'm saying? All the things. And so if he's the bar for what that is, objectively, I have to say, well, Freddie hits that bar more than Pusha does, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Like, if I'm being honest, like, Nas the GOAT, right?
Yep.
So if I'm basing the criteria off the shit that the GOAT does, it's like, well, Freddie does more GOAT shit than actually Pusha does, and I prefer Pusha to Freddie. And I'm telling you, like, Freddie does more GOAT shit.
Yeah.
Freddie got the diversity.
Catalog's deep.
Like when people the intro to Let God Sort 'Em Out, Birds Don't Sing. Oh no, I love that record.
Yeah, it's incredible.
well, my father died this year, Andrew. It's hard not to love the record.
Right.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think about, oh, my father never told any of us that he loved us. Never. And he had a lot of us. And so I think it's like, oh, I wonder what the passcode to his phone was. You know, because he didn't tell us that he loved us. I wish he would have told some of my brothers that shit. I had my uncle and my grandfather raised me. I didn't meet my dad till I was 19. So I had men that raised me that told me that they loved me. But my father never told me that he loved me. He told me that he told me one time when he was sick that he was proud of me. That's the most I got out of him. I took that and I ran with it. So when something like Birds Don't Sing come on, it's like, yeah, I relate. My father died January 30th. If your father didn't die this year, that record don't hit the same.
Yeah.
It's a dope ass record. And here's another thing too. And this is what I mean. They put the record together like Outkast put together the record.
Mm-hmm.
Outkast make records like that all the goddamn time and don't nobody say nothing. Because you're not used to the Clips making that type of record. And
Right.
so even though my father died and it touches my heart and a piece of me and I relate, it's like, no, I'm still objective. It's like, man, Outkast got like 25 records like that nobody talks about.
Yeah.
Because they're used to Outkast making that type of record. And so some of the things on the Clips album are overstated. You understand?
Because this
It's
is like
oh,
a
no, that wouldn't hit
unusual
you.
thing for them.
Right.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying. I've been following their whole career. That's the first time they've ever talked about their father. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's not something that they normally do. That's a step outside the box. That's not normal. That's not something you're normally going to get. No, Freddie giving you that shit that you're going to get from Freddie all the time, and he's great at it and excels at it every time. He excels at it consistently on a level that people that I revere more because I heard them first, like a Mobb Deep don't have 5 great albums, Andrew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love Mobb Deep. Now, do I think Freddie fucking with Mobb Deep? It's like, no, he doesn't have an Infamous. He doesn't have a Hell on Earth. He doesn't have a Murder
Right,
Music.
sure.
Like, no.
The top level's not the same.
Right, the top level, and that's what I mean about him being similar to Kendrick with some of those things. It's like, oh, well, his best shit ain't like the best shit ever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but he damn good. He damn consistent. And outside of Kendrick, album-wise, there's nobody from this modern day era that's been making rap albums. Has in their rap career started in like 2010 or post or around that 20, like those guys.
Yeah.
Oh no, Kendrick's the only guy that is even in the conversation about album making with this guy, and nobody talks about that shit. Like that's why I really started doing this, like writing the reviews that I was writing, doing the podcast and shit. It was like, why ain't nobody talking about Griselda? Why ain't nobody talking about Freddie? Why ain't nobody talking about this Nas and Hit Boy run? That's what I got in it for. I didn't get in for a year and a half rollouts while you're staying in the Louis Vuitton house. I don't give a fuck if you're my favorite rapper from one of my favorite groups. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
This is
You
let
feel
me
me?
put a super chat on the screen right quick because it
People
actually
need to understand that about me. It's like, I don't care about that shit. I got in this shit for the have-nots.
It works with what you were saying too. Christopher Hogan with $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. Clip should have let Anderson .Paak sing on those Pharrell hooks, and it might have been album of the year. Freddie has the best flows in rap. Alfredo 2 album of the year. I think we agree with you, brother.
Album of the year. Oh, and anybody, and I mean anybody, that wants to pull up and argue with me and tell me that Let God Sort Them Out is better than this shit, game on. Everybody been wanting to dance with me for so long. I'm gonna open the floor and let people dance, because I'm gonna dance all over your motherfucking ass. Because Andrew, you know this. Oh, I got ready for this show in about an hour. Ain't nobody fucking with me. Like, come out if you think that the Clips album is better. Like, debate me live on it.
I think it's close, but
I'll shake it, break it down. I think it's close, but I know who in the lead. I know who the winners is. I always know who the winners is, because I roll with the winners, Andrew. And that's just always how it's gonna be.
Yeah. So
Almost
how are we rating this?
Almost did woo like Ric Flair. Almost did a Ric Flair. It was on woo, and it almost happened.
Yeah.
It was close. So
we rock
yeah,
Ric Flair. A Charlotte.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the second greatest wrestler of all time passed away yesterday, but he's just the second greatest wrestler of all time. The greatest wrestler of all time is still alive and well. And, you know, likes black people. I know because I have pictures with him in my phone where he's like shaking my hand and smiling and talking shit to me. So, yeah.
He does that. So where are we rating this?
There are a couple moments on there when I listen to it the third time where I'm like, that's dope, but that's not the highest level. And so I don't want to overstate it and give it too high of a rating, but I think it's a 9 out of 10. And I do think it's the album of the year, slightly over Let God Sort Him Out, because I would give that an 8.5. And understand part why I'm giving an 8.5? Oh, Malice is the MC of the year.
Yeah.
But the Pusha T mic performance isn't like something stellar. There's some moments on there. There's a lot of big flow, which I've been listening to since, we met. So that flow's old. It's classic. But Pusha's been using the big flow for a long time. A lot of people use big flow. You should. It's a good flow to use. He's got an array and assortment. Pusha does. And I didn't hear the array and assortment. And it's almost like he almost held back to set his brother up for success.
Right.
So mission accomplished on setting your brother up for success. Failed mission on making album of the year because you did that shit though. Because really, Why Hell Hath No Fury is so great. Oh, they're equally great on that album.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's the part nobody talks about that album. It's like Malice is fucking phenomenal on Hell Hath No Fury. Nobody talks about it because Hell Hath No Fury is when Pusha T's flow really got really, really sick. It got really, really sick, and you could hear the difference in how he was delivering from Malice.
Right.
Malice is crazy on there. It's just Pusha's flow on there is so... Like Pusha's flow on there is very much on a Big and Jay and Tupac level on Hell Hath No Fury. And so it kind of takes the stage and takes the show. But bar-wise, Malice is right there with them. And that's what makes this special. And so I know Pusha's flow is always special, but the bars are not as special this go around. Like as far as Eclipse album is concerned, this is his weakest mic performance since their first project, which is Lord Willing. Or... if you're not counting exclusive audio footage,
right.
As far as like debuts, though, but this is his weakest mic performance since Lord Willing. He sounds much better. Like he's all time great on Hell Hath No Fury. He's pretty epic Until the Casket Drops. He's a great MC on here, but he's just great. There's a lot of great MCs running around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Malice is exceptional though. So I'll give Malice's MC of the year right now, but I even think Malice's mic performance is better than Freddie's mic performance, but that's what I mean. Mic performance and album of the year does not make. Think about this. Oh, Doggy Style, the album of the year. There ain't no bar seminars on Doggy Style like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
You don't gotta be all lyrical to make the album of the year. Most of our albums of the year aren't like that. The Low End Theory's not like that. The Chronic's not like that. Doggy Style's not like that.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, it don't have to be some lyrical miracle for it to be the album of the year either. So Malice is like, he's like super outstanding on the record. Like think about this. If the lyrical miracle was gonna win you album of the year, Black Thought win every time, now wouldn't he?
Yep. He would.
Right. Cheat Code still came in second place that year.
Yeah.
And that's his best shit. His best
Yep.
shit still came in second because guess what? A guy
that's year too.
Because a guy just as lyrically inclined in him is what? Better song maker.
Yep.
And so I hope Benny, Conway, and even Pusha T are paying attention to Freddie because it's like, oh no, all you guys are lyrically better. And that is all. At this stage in the game, that is the only thing that these guys do better than Freddie. So I don't want to hear no talks about these guys being ahead of Freddie, and you're not about to hear it come out of my mouth anymore either. Because until these guys consistently make albums the way Freddie does, that's how these guys got put in first place. The guys that we got at number 1 and number 2. Oh, well, most people think they got the number 1 and number 2 catalog too. It's not accidental. Kendrick, catalog. I had one of my homegirls tell me today, she was like, I don't give a fuck what Kendrick said about Drake. Drake done made so many records, Coop. Catalog.
Yeah.
Catalog, dog. Stop acting like the catalog ain't the thing. The catalog always been the number 1 thing. once we know that you can rhyme your ass off, it becomes about if you can make the album.
Yep. That's the second tier, right?
Can this motherfucker rap? Yes. How well do they rap? Once we know how well that you rap and what level you rap on, it's all about the album that you make. And so is Freddie an A1 lyricist? No, but he's an A1 album maker, which makes him better than 90% of the A1 lyricists.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about this. He's got as many great albums as Yasin and Talib combined. Fuck all that rapping shit. You hear what I'm saying? Listen to what I just said. Freddie's catalog combined. You can put Yasin and Talib's catalog together, and you might find 5 great albums.
And I love that catalog. There, like, I love that.
You can love it. They just say shit ain't better than Freddie's. So all that rapping shit, you know, unless you Rakim, unless you Nas, unless you're Black Thought, you get what I'm saying? It's like there's levels to that lyrical miracle stuff. It's like you have to understand. It's like, oh no, even the guys that exist on the highest levels got Paid in Full and Illmatic and Follow the Leader, and It Was Written.
They have the albums too. Yes,
you got the albums too. Rakim's first 3 albums are the standard for lyricism, dude. Like the albums, not the songs. His albums. People don't be like, oh, Rakim made Eric B as president My Melody. They'd be like, Rakim made Paid in Full. Rakim made Follow the Leader.
Right.
Rakim made Let the Rhythm Hit Him. And then in the process of that, they start telling you about the songs that's on that record that explain why he's the motherfucking man.
Right.
Through the process of the greatness of the album. The greatness of the album. And so Freddie, like, people need to put some respect on Freddie's name again. I don't want people running around acting like, roll out, do all the guest appearances. It's like, no, nigga, like, how about this? Next time you call Stove, you better get a verse. That's what I mean about missteps. It's like you call Stove and all you got was a hook, you didn't get a verse? No, that's a misstep to me. You got a Kendrick verse and you held it for a year until, and not like his buzz died, but it's like,
it's not what it was the summer before.
Man, you could have did $250K the first week had you dropped Chains and Whips and did a video and dropped that Kendrick verse. You could have did an animated video. You would have did $250K the first week. He was popping like that.
Yep.
That's me saying this. That's me saying this. I'm like, you held your Kendrick shit while all that was going on, and like, who in the hell? Like, what? Man. And I don't want to hear about no industry shit because these are the main guys that be like on some fuck the industry shit. That's what took Hell Hath No Fury so long. That's what took this album so long because they don't play industry politics. So it's like, don't tell me that you played industry politics about the Kendrick verse because you guys don't do industry politics. So those are the missteps that I see in the rollout. I just like it when Freddie dropped 1995. It's like, Kane Train. It's like, yeah, it's like we back up. It's like we back up. Cheers.
Yeah. There's a couple more super chats in here. Let me put them up here.
Go ahead and run them.
Okay, so we have Il Magic with $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. I'm really interested in a Malice solo album, and I want Alchemist and Madlib behind the production. That'd be cool.
I think we need to be happy with what we got. And so let's go back to the Black Thought and Nas thing. I had a friend of mine. I grew up West Boulevard. You didn't know him. He ended up going to Myers Park, but we went to AG together. His name was Danny Randell. Randell was a point guard for our team in junior high. He played football too, played quarterback, super talented guy. One day he hit me up and he was like, this is probably 7-8 years ago. Maybe even longer now. It might have been 9 years ago. It might have been around the time Nas was dropping Nasir. So it was about 9 years ago.
So a good while after junior high.
Good while. And he was like, yo, Coop, Black Thought's better than Nas. Right now. He said right now.
Oh.
This is like 9 years ago. And this is exactly what I said to him. I'll never forget that I said it to him. I said, but how much material is Nas recorded versus how much material Black Thought is recorded? Because they've come along the same time.
Yep.
And so I'm also going to say this respectfully. Oh no, Malice is my MC of the year right now, but I'm also clear he just had a 15-year break. He had plenty of time to ramp up the ammo and the ammunition. You feel me?
Mm.
He had plenty of time to get his best of the best together. He did have time. I
Yeah.
look at stuff like that. You had time, because here's what happened in real time. Shortly after I told Danny, it's like, well, Black Thought might be better for a verse right now, but think about all the all-time great verses Nas has given you. I said, who do
Right.
you trust more? And then we pop up a few years later and look at what happens.
Oh,
Now,
he still got it.
well, I mean, not being funny, it's like, well, Nas had already did way more material than Thought, and then he made another 6 albums to Thought's 2, which was my whole point. That I was like, yeah, if you want a verse, you might go to Thought right now, but it's like I'm very, very clear on who's been doing this on all the levels, like
Right.
not just the 16 bars, not just the mixtape appearances, but the albums and the consistency in the course of time. And I just saw that in real time with Nas and Thought, for those people that thought was better. It's like, no, you talking about in a moment in time, not a rap moment. Right. The rap moment belongs to Nas, because it's like, well, lyrically, all that shit that you love Thought for, it's like, well, you love Nas for the same shit, and he makes the albums better, and he makes them more awesome. Like, Nas is on album
That's
number
check,
what?
check.
Right, Nas is on that album number what? To Thought's number. I'm just saying this so that people understand. I'm not saying this to disrespect Thought, because Thought is top 10 on my list. I prefer Thought over guys like Kendrick, Redman, Raekwon.
He's way
You
at
know
the
what
top
I'm
of my
saying?
list. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Thought high up on my list as far as like MCs go. If we talking about like the craft of MC
Like
and
pure
lyrics.
chops. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so how about this? I call Rakim the father. I call Nas the son. I call Black Thought the Holy Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
So like he's part of my trinity of lyrical MC, and it goes Rakim, Nas, Thought in my book in terms of lyrically.
Right.
You know, so I hold him in that highest of esteem. But he ain't made as many albums as Nas, and he don't have no Illmatic. He don't have no It Was Written. I mean, shit, he couldn't. I mean, Cheat Code. Cheat Codes is not better than KD2 or Magic.
It's not.
And so
I love
Thoughts,
it, but no, it's
I love Cheat Codes, but Thought's best work is probably 6th or 7th on Nas's album scale, his best project. And so it's like, oh, I don't want to hear no goat talk.
No.
And
Okay, we have a couple more super chats in here.
Freddie,
Lord Vakai, $2 super chat says Pusha never flow like Big J and Pac.
go listen to Hell Hath No Fury. That's it. That's all I have to say. I'm not going to defend it. Go listen to Hell Hath No Fury.
And my mere thoughts, $2 super chat. Thank you, sir. Is Freddie's catalog better than Common and Lupe?
It's better than Lupe's. And I'm not saying that in a sort of shady sort of way. The Common thing is a conversation.
Yeah.
That's actually a great point. That would be a great comparison and analogy, because I think that's part of where Freddie's catalog would lie. I think it would be like, this is what I mean. Like, I know Scarface has 5 great albums. I feel like Ghostface might. That's what I mean. It's like when I start talking about Scarface and Ghostface, and I start asking if like those guys have more quality records than this guy, it's like, no, you up high, dude.
Yeah.
You up high.
I feel like I remember y'all talking about Common having one of the very, very top catalogs that's ever been, too.
So for me, catalog wise, the guys that I always reference, Common's in that list too, and I should have referenced him. Nas, Jay, Scarface, Ghostface, Ice Cube, KRS-One, Common, Kendrick. Like, those are the guys that immediately come to my mind. And no, I do consider Freddie to be that type of album maker. He just doesn't have the manifesto that those other guys have. That's the problem. He doesn't have a good Kid Mad City. He doesn't have the Death Certificate, Illmatic, Reasonable Doubt, Supreme Clientele, The Diary. He doesn't have that, and I think that's the problem why people don't see it, because I think it's almost like a buy-in at the big crap or blackjack table.
That makes sense,
like, it's almost like, well, yeah, we know you make all these great albums. It's like, but where's that? You know,
that one that nobody's going to argue about belonging at that.
Yeah, but I also think he came along at a time, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this. Well, in the last 15 years, The only two artists to make an album like that are the guys that just got into a beef, and that's Drake. If you're reading this, it's too late. And Kendrick with Good Kid, Mad City. In terms of that impact and that cultural in the album actually being like that, those are the only two instances that it happened in the last 15 years. And so what we're also talking about is that, well, what people are expecting is also becoming a lost art form and dying breed.
Yeah.
And so we need to accept that part of it too. And that's why Freddie deserves some buy-in. He might be like, he might be like, it's almost like, it's like, I don't know the first pitcher that got into the Hall of Fame without 300 wins, but that's how I would equate Freddie. It's like, oh no, he don't have
That makes
300
sense.
wins. He don't have 300 wins like the guys, like, and you usually need 300 wins to get in, and you usually need 500 home runs. And it's like, oh no, he don't got 500 home runs, but he got about 437 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
It's like he's
And
that
and all of the other things too, right?
right. That's what I mean. So he's not Barry Bonds. You know, he's not Babe
Ricky
Ruth.
Henderson doesn't have 500 home runs, right?
He's not even Ricky Henderson. I'm trying to think of somebody. It's like
Yeah, that's
he's
not a good
somebody that
comparison.
he's somebody that it's like, if you look at that guy in his era, it's like, oh no, that was one of those guys, like a Frank Thomas
Yeah.
or Jeff Bagwell. He's one of those guys. It's like, oh no, that motherfucker, like in his day, no, that's
You don't want to be pitching to him. No.
right. You don't, yeah. He, like, that guy in his day delivered. Now it was only about 10, 15 years he delivered, but when he did, he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Or even for Atlanta, a Chipper Jones. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
mean. Like, Chipper's an all-time great player, but he's not somebody that's mentioned with a Willie Mays or
No.
or a Sam Musial or Joe DiMaggio,
Or
Mickey
Bonds, right? Sure. Yeah.
Bond. He's not mentioned with those guys. But that motherfucker's an MVP and an all-time great player.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Freddie. Freddie's like a Chipper Jones. ATL.
I like that comparison. That fits.
Mm-hmm.
Mamir Thoughts also asks, with $2 super chat, whether he's got better than Ross's catalog. Is like where we're trying to put him.
When I made my album maker list, the last name that I wrote down was Ross. And I'll tell you, I think this album gives him the edge over Ross. And that's what I mean about him being in the heavyweight class. Because I look at the heavyweight class, it's like, here's how weight classes go. They do top 10 boxers.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we talking top 10 catalog, no, I think this album puts him in the conversation. Because how many people did I name? I named Nas, Jay, Scarface, Ghostface, KRS-One, Ice Cube, Kendrick, Common. That means he's in the conversation. I just named 8 guys.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I mean. It's like, I love me a Jadakiss and a Method Man. Think about this. He has more great albums than Method Man and Jadakiss combined too.
That's some inflamed New York people. Yep.
Like, people need to stop acting like this ain't going on. It's like, no, he got more great albums than Kiss and Meth combined. Am I taking Kiss and Meth still overall, like, on my list over him? Yeah. But there's something to be said for what I just said. The same way I said it about Yasin and Talib. It's like, oh no, he got a better catalog than a lot of East Coast MCs that are considered to be lyrical giants and tyrants and revered and all that. It's like, oh no, he got a better catalog than most of them niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. And the guys that the New York guys revered made the albums. Like, Kane's legacy is not the same without Long Live the Kane. Rakim's legacy not the same without Paid in Full. Criminal Minded, Greatest Adventures of Slick Rick, Radio. Their great albums were the buy-in for those guys being the giants. So why ain't Freddie a giant to you?
That's a good question. That was actually that's a good way to kind of put a bow on this. But like, that was one of the questions I wrote down before we ever started. Is why isn't he talked about as part of the Mount Rushmore, right? Like, why isn't he talked about as part of that group?
So I'm going to tell you something, and this is where the East Coast bias is real. I've watched Ice Cube and Scarface's legacy wane and fade some in the last 10, 15 years. And I do believe it has something to do with them not being from New York, quite frankly. I do believe that. Do firmly believe that. Common, Yeah, same thing. I know because I do this and I'm guilty of it. And I'm not even from New York.
Yeah.
And I forget to mention Common sometimes. Like I stopped for a second and forgot Cube today, and I'm like, oh no, America's Most,
No.
Death Certificate,
No.
Kill at Will, The
We cannot leave
Predator,
him out. No. We're not
Straight
doing
Outta Compton. Man, no. And I had to stop for a second and be like, no, Ice Cube in this conversation. And I had to stop myself about it.
Hmm.
And so it's like, no, I know the bias is real because I exist in the bias and I'm not from New York. So I do feel like Freddie not being a traditional New York rapper does have something to do with the bias potentially. And people have to understand the word bias is a very dangerous word because in our time when people say bias, it's automatically looked as a negative thing.
No, everybody's got bias.
A bias is something you're predispositioned to.
It's a perspective, right? It's how
Correct.
the world is filtered through your eyes.
It's a predisposition perspective. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're an asshole. I'm saying you're predisposition to a train of thought of thinking, and hip hop is the fucking, New York is the mecca.
Right.
So, of
You got
course,
those colored glasses on, right?
green, blue, rose colored.
New York colored. Yep.
New York Mets colored. Hate those guys. It's terrible.
Yeah. Also.
Terrible. It's an awful team. I heard they were in first place now over my Braves. It's terrible. Our season's over. Our whole starting pitching staff is hurt.
Yep. Andre Miller got a $5 super chat, just supporting and saluting the pod. Back to the chat for me. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you, man.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. We on our Friday night. I'm back at it again. I'm reclaiming my time, Maxine Waters
Do
style.
you guys want to do this on Friday nights? Just do a Mirror Music review on Friday night? Is that a thing?
I mean, Friday night is where I made my bones, man. To be honest with you, like Friday night is where I really made my name. If you really want to know the truth,
this was fun. This was fun.
No, yeah, back to the roots. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm all for it.
I like talking. I mean, you guys can tell just watching us. We've been friends forever, so we're sitting here talking shit, right? I do think that the Clips album and the Gibbs album are closer than you do. I do think that.
Bobby, I gave what an 8.5. I gave one a 9.
Yeah.
So I don't have much separation.
I would say even 8, 5, and 6. Like it's 8, 5, 6. Like I would think I think it's pretty close. Again, you've heard it 3 times. I've heard it 1.5. So I'm gonna have to go back and listen some more. But like it's close. And I guess my scale's a little bit different, but in my brain. But like we had this conversation earlier today. Like the way that I know an album is great or is really, really good in my head is that halfway through the album, I'll go into the little streaming platform and hit the repeat button. And so it'll start playing again after the album's over. And I did that. And I still love HER on this one. Like that's when I did it. So, and that hasn't happened for me very many times this year at all. From any album in any genre. I've had like maybe 4 or 5 that I've done that for.
So I'm going to be very candid and very honest, and you already know this because you know me as well as anybody knows me. I have not enjoyed this year at all. This has been the least enjoyable year as far as music is concerned, in my opinion. In the 5 years that I've been doing this, I have not been enthralled. I have not been thrilled. I have not been excited. I'm going to tell you how I knew this was the album of the year. I've been doing this for 5 years now, Andrew. And so there is a lot of muscle memory involved with me at this point.
Sure, yeah.
When Alfredo 2 came on, when I got past 1995, the way my mind works, I was in the car, Andrew, and my mind started taking the notes, and I was like, oh, fuck.
Here we go. Yep.
I said, this hasn't happened to me all year. I was literally speeding to get to work.
This is a car album, too.
So I can, no, you ride to this shit. The Larry June track.
I don't want to interrupt too much. But if you have not listened to this in the car, go listen to it in the car. Leave right now after the show is over and drive somewhere. Listen to this.
How happy were you when Feeling was playing and then Larry June came on? I was like, bingo. I was like, bingo. Flawless victory. Perfect artist.
Exactly. He belongs here. He belongs here.
He belongs right here. And that's what I mean about the album. It's like, no, that was the perfect time to play that record at the perfect placement of the album. and they pick the perfect artist to ride over that beat. That's album of the year shit. That's what the album
And
of the
that's
year
the
is made
thing.
of.
Like, I tried to listen to this album twice in the morning, and it just didn't it didn't hit really. And then I turned it on like after dinner, after the kids went to bed, after what I'm like, oh, it's just an evening album. It's an evening album. It's a ride in the car album. I was just listening to it in the wrong context, is what was going on.
I think the Dope Boys are gonna cook to this album. I don't know. It might be an early morning album. It might be an early bird.
I'm saying for me. I'm just saying for me.
Yeah, they go cook to this shit, Andrew. Like literally cook to this. It's like that. That's what I'm saying. It's like, see, and this is what I mean about certain types of music. It's like Kendrick taps into a state of our Black consciousness that we love and appreciate. Freddie taps into that part of our Black consciousness that we like to ignore or hide and act like don't exist. It's like, no, that shit exists.
So you're saying that him and Kendrick are like yin and yang, right? They're the two sides.
It's the yin and the yang. It's like, oh no, you just want the yin. No, you're gonna take this yang. Because this yang just made a better album.
That's what this whole album's about, right? People taking the
yin just made a better album than yang. Now Wang Chung that, you know?
There's a lot of Wang Chunging on this album for sure. Sure.
A lot of Japanese soul bar on this album.
The true story.
Yeah. So yeah, man, this has been fun. This has been good. I'm gonna take a nap and go to the airport and do it all over again. And
yeah, man. I'm going to take some kids to gymnastics in the morning. That's what we're doing. So
it's so fun. I remember we used to have to do that. Now I just have to give, her $50 for gas and
$15. I have a teenager too. We have a lot of giving them. Yeah, that's
$15 for parking. Need another $20 for food. I was like, so you cost me a house last year, and this year you're costing me a Mercedes S550.
Well, was she the one who came in and said she didn't know who Gibbs was?
Yeah, that was my daughter.
Yeah, that's who I thought.
Okay,
obviously she came off the screen, so I couldn't see. But
so let's end the show where we started. Right before we come on camera, my daughter came home from work and she said, "You're doing a show this late?" She didn't say hello. She didn't say how you're doing. She's like, "You're doing a show this late? Like, oh man, what are you doing?" And
you're 44. Like, it's past your bedtime.
Right. She was pretty much saying, like, "Nigga, you're supposed to be asleep." And I was like, the Gibbs just dropped. She's like, Gibbs? She's like, who is Gibbs? I was like, suburbs. It's like, raise this child in the suburbs.
I mean, my teenager would say the same thing, so it's not.
Yeah. I was like, I mean, you heard me. I was like, Anderson .Paak. I was like, she's like, yeah, it's like, he's on the album. I'm going to send you the record, see if that's your buy-in.
The Anderson .Paak album, we said that, I don't think we said it on air. We said before that Anderson .Paak song is really, really good. I like that one.
Okay, so here's the thing. I've reviewed 4 Freddie albums. I've been saying the same thing. These songs are great. Yeah. This guy is great. Why are we not talking about how great this guy is?
And this is 4 in a row, right? No.
Andrew, this is like 7 in a row.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so
how about
at some point, you just have to say, man, this guy.
Like, if we rate him on a scale of 10, this guy made an album less than a 7.5 in over 10 years, Andrew.
And he's made a bunch of them too. It's not just like he's made 2.
That's what I mean. Yeah. And these albums is more 8, 9s and closer to 10 than they are closer to 7.5. It's like
they're in the mid 8s and up.
No, his average score for the last decade like 8.5. Nobody's walking around with that average score. Like, niggas need to recognize.
All right.
So,
we got one more. Hold on. Gibbs cat. Thank you, Andre. $2 super chat. Gibbs catalog ain't really better than Big Chris.
I'm not about to let you play Freddie like that on a day like this. Okay, we're gonna send you your money back. We're sending you your money back. I'm not gonna let you do Gibbs like that today. It's not true. It's just not factual.
Yeah,
I know Crit. I used to take care of Crit. Crit used to come up to a spot I worked at in Smyrna when I was in college. Fuck with Crit. No. Stop talking crazy. Send him his money back, Andrew.
I'll do my best.
All right. Give him his money back.
All right. Thanks everybody for coming to hang out. This was running longer than I thought it was going to, but it was a lot of fun though. I mean, Gibbs, regardless of where you rank it in relation to Clips or rank it anywhere else, like it's a great record. Like, and if you didn't like it the first time you listened to it, go out of the house right now, get in the car, go listen to it.
The album of the year.
Yeah, It's really, really, really good. It's
The
really,
album
really,
of the
really
year.
good.
Alfredo 2 is the album of the year right now.
This is
And I would also like to say, I called this over a month ago on Hip Hop Talks.
yeah. You said when you predicted it. Yeah, I remember.
We had a conversation and we was like, oh, well, who would you pick? I said, well, if we're actually picking based on track record, seeing how it's 2025, I said, well, of the guys making projects, Nas and Preem, the Clips and Pharrell, Freddie and Al. I was like, well, Freddie and Al have Alfredo in modern day times. I'd like to submit to you evidence to the court. Alfredo 2. Yeah, they do this shit.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah. This has been Mirror Music and Hip Hop Talks, dual broadcast. We may be pulling up on Friday nights from now on. This was a lot of fun. So thanks for watching.
Man, I might pull up in your city now.
I'm not pulling up anywhere, but he might.
No, I mean, you can't pull up. My kid moving out. Your kid's still in. I'm pulling up. Peace.